It's like backing up. Hi.
Howdy doody.
Cancer. We all have heard of it or have had a real life experience in dealing with it. Up until this summer, July 15th, 2014, I was using tanning beds but stopped on that day because I learned my aunt was diagnosed with melanoma, a form of skin cancer. My aunt was adamant about tanning all year round. She believed that tanning could never hurt her or she would never be affected. She quickly learned that she wasn't invisible. The tanning environment has spread so much over the past 10 years. It seems like wherever you go nowadays, there's always a sign advertising tanning beds. Between fitness centers, salons, and tanning beds are at society's disposal at any time. Tanning beds present four issues that include the effects on your skin, the risks involved, the nutrition side, and if they should be legal or illegal. So I urge you to avoid tanning beds at all costs. Let's begin and concentrate on why tanning beds are a danger to your skin. According to my opponent's view on the article's pros and cons of tanning beds on motherhood.modernmom.com, there are minimal skin dangers when you're using tanning beds. They say that it's harmless to you because it gives you a nice even tan and treats psoriasis. They say it is harmless because the UV settings are the same throughout the whole tanning bed, while the natural UV rays are different. Therefore, the natural tanning increases your risk of burning and excessive exposure because the unpredictability of the UV rays. My view supports that tanning beds cause many skin dangers, such as skin cancer, and is not recommended to treat skin problems. According to cdc.gov and the article titled Indoor Tanning is Not Safe, every time a tanning bed is used on your body, it increases your risk of getting skin cancer, including melanoma. Tanning beds are also not recommended to treat skin problems. The treatment of psoriasis from tanning bed is a last resort according to dermatologists. The main treatment of psoriasis is to actually slow down the skin cells growth, while the tanning beds do not do that. Now you are clearly tell that there are many skin dangers involved in tanning beds, but there are also many risks as well. As stated by my opposing view, there's only a few risks in using tanning beds. They say that if you don't overexpose yourself to UV rays, then you are fine. On livestrong.com, in the article titled Pros and Cons of Using a Tanning Bed, they state that some people find relief by using UV rays of tanning beds. Also stated in the article, tanning contributes to health and opposing viewpoints in context. There are many benefits that outweigh the risks in tanning. They say that tanning provides people with an adequate amount of vitamin D throughout the UV exposure, and that in itself, that's a huge benefit. My view refutes that because there are many risks involving with tanning. Medical doctor Stephen Q. Wang backs up my claim by saying that prolonged UV exposure can lead to DNA damage. UV harms the skin cell's DNA. On skincancer.org, there claims to be many health risks involving with tanning beds. There is increased risk of melanoma and excessive exposure to UV radiation during tanning, which can lead to premature skin aging, immune depression, and eye damage. This frequent exposure to UV light may also lead to an addiction to tanning. Other skin diseases may be present after prolonged exposure to UV light, as stated in the article, Tanning Poses Serious Health Risks. On opposing viewpoints in context. As you can tell, there are many health risks involving with tanning beds. Another issue that we can look at that is debatable is if tanning beds are a secure source of nutrition or not. Brolong, who opposes my view in the same article in motherhood.modernmom.com, states by exposing the body to either direct sunlight or tanning bed radiation is effective in increasing blood concentration of vitamin D. Vitamin D helps maintain normal blood levels of calcium and phosphorus and helps the absorption of calcium. She says that getting vitamin D through this way is good for your health. Also, in the same article, titled Tanning Contributions to Health on Opposing Viewpoints in Context, it states that vitamin D is the best absorption through the skin from exposure to the UV light. They go on to say that even foods with added vitamin D don't come close to adding the necessary amount that a tanning bed does. All of that is not true. The article on cdc.gov has cited earlier also states that the fastest way to get vitamin D is through what you eat because tanning is harmful to your skin. On skincancer.org, it is also stated that the indoor tanning should not be used to obtain vitamin D because the UV radiation from indoor tanning is a risk factor for skin cancer. They also confirm that vitamin D can be obtained by eating a healthy diet and by taking oral supplements. Ultraviolet rays do in fact harm blood concentration because they harm your body. The nutrition issue with tanning beds just show that tanning beds can cause a serious issue and that they should be illegal. Many opponents of tanning beds believe that there shouldn't be a minimum age limit on tanning, but I firmly believe that there should be. And the article on cdc.gov shows that in the recent statistics that California, Hawaii, Illinois, Louisiana, Minnesota, Nevada, Oregon, Texas, Vermont, Washington, and some cities and countries that have banned indoor tanning by minors younger than 18 years old in the United States. The state laws in Oregon and Washington contain an exemption which allows younger people younger than 18 with a doctor's prescription to be obtained from that. Internationally, Brazil and one state, Argentina, South Wales, have banned indoor tanning. Also, some of my proponents say that the American Academy of Dermatology Association oppose indoor tanning and support a ban on the production of sale of indoor tanning equipment for non-medical purposes. I agree with them completely. Clearly, the issue on tanning bed is very controversial and if it should be banned or if it should be a harder situation to talk about. As you can tell, tanning beds are a very controversial issue. I firmly stand against tanning beds. They are horrible for your body, and up until July 15, 2014, my mind was all for tanning beds. I didn't realize the dangers that it causes on your body, the risks involved, the nutrition facts behind it, or where each state stood as if this should be banned or not. Now that I know, I urge you to avoid tanning at all costs. Next time you walk into a tanning salon and are about to lay down in the bed, I want you to think about how badly you will be treating your body when you're laying in bed for the next 20 minutes. And secondly, I want you to compare the looks of a tanning bed to a coffin. You realize, just like how I did, that a tanning bed looks like a coffin for a reason. It symbolizes a potential death in the future.